Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. Now, it is Monday, and we, of course, want to motivate you guys to have the best possible day, the best possible week you can. And I'm thrilled to be joined by our friend Shelly Morehead from Heart to Heart Healing that takes a more holistic approach to full body wellness. Good morning.
Good morning.
So I just feel more relaxed when you're here. And I'll be honest with you, when I first met, I was not, to play devil's advocate here, I was not the biggest believer in a lot of the crystals and the tarot until I met Shelly. Then it changed my mind completely, I assure you. So talk to me a little bit about, you were at the gem fair and you brought some of your favorite things.
I did. I actually got 3 new crystals there yesterday. I think my favorite is this one right here. This is a citrine, and you can see all the energy that's in there that's like going upward. Citrines are amazing for creating abundance. Now you got to be careful what you ask for when you say abundance, because we can create an abundance of shenanigans or we can create an abundance of financial abundance, abundance of love. So it's really set with intention. What is it that you want to create? So what I like to do with these kinds of crystals is to write kind of what I call an angelic writing or an automatic writing. What is it that I'm claiming for my abundance? And then I set the crystal on top of it. A lot of times I'll create a pretty elaborate grid with the intention, and sometimes I'll use things like sacred geometry. Which we all know geometry, right?
Yes,
however, right, so sacred geometry is a little different. It uses energy to create whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest. So this crystal would go in the middle of my grid to create financial abundance. I like financial abundance. That's always a good thing,
throw that
right?
over towards me.
Yeah, exactly.
Give us, I mean, for the people that are
good.
watching, the background of crystal healing and meditation, where did all of this sort of organically come from?
You know, it's been around for a long, long time. I mean, crystals have been used for thousands of years. I mean, even if you think about the Romans, Roman soldiers used to rub themselves down with hematite before they would go into war. And so as a protection and grounding, so that they were focused and knew what they were doing. So it's been used for a long, long time. My focus on crystal healing probably started about, I think about 30 years ago. I was in my teens, and I got my first amethyst and my first rose quartz. And although I've been collecting rocks for a long, long time, since I was a kid, but then I started to become aware of all the healing properties. So amethyst, protection; rose quartz for love. I wear.
Which one what is this?
This is called labradorite, and this is my very favorite necklace. I wear it all the time. But this protects against energy leaks. Do you have those kind of people that they kind of draw off of your
just
energy?
Sort of suck out of,
yes. And you feel exhausted when you leave them? This protects me from that.
We're gonna have to borrow that one, Shelly, when this is over.
It's pretty fantastic.
I love that.
So, so I got some pretty amazing crystals yesterday because they have inclusions. So this one, for an example, has chlorophyll in it. It also has hematite in it. So this is grounding energy, and it's earth energy. It's really fantastic.
It's beautiful, too.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yes.
I know. So the healing properties aside, they're just lovely to work with.
Sure.
So anyway, they're my favorites.
I love that. Okay, and so you also brought one of your bowls, and I've seen these in meditation studios. I've seen these around, but to talk to people what these mean.
So this is an old bowl. This is my newest bowl, and I actually got this from my bowl master in Singapore, and he got it, handpicked it for me from a vendor that he works with in Nepal. And so
I love that, Shelly. Only you, my bowl guy in Singapore.
Okay? It's just, yeah, Bill, we love you, Bill. And so this bowl is pretty old. When I you know, I'm a little bit weird. So I asked my bowl how old it was, and what I was told was 177 years old. So this bowl is an old bowl, and it just has a beautiful sound to it. This is amazing to use for not only a meditation practice. I have a lot of bowls. I have 19 bowls total.
Okay.
And so when I lay them out for a meditation session, Holy cow. I mean, it's pretty amazing. It puts this beautiful harmony into the air around us, right? But when they're laid on the body, when you lay them out on the
This I
body.
had never heard before.
This is pretty fantastic. So what it does is it actually drills into the cell so far past what's called the quark, which is the point of creation. The quark is that they also call it the God particle. You probably have heard that before.
Yeah.
And so that portion also recreates all of the ailments that we ever have, the dis-ease, and so this goes past that to what's called the primordial blueprint. And it tells our body to heal. And I've seen miracles happen with this. I've seen tumors shrink very, very quickly. I've seen pain, people that have come in with extreme pain, and it will take it away. I've had people, just story after story
Of this working.
of different ailments, but when they're laid on the body, it just breaks up all the energy blocks and just reminds our body to heal.
Well, and I think sometimes we need that. I mean, I know some people are going to be watching saying that a bowl cannot heal me, but I think part of it is just opening yourself up to the possibilities. And when you get into that environment and you say, I'm going to allow this energy to come into me, I'm going to allow this to actually work on me, it's amazing what can happen.
It's absolutely true. I always say that these bowls are self-modulating, which means that this bowl by itself has its own voice, it has its own tone, right? And so when I play it, that's what it is. It has its own octave. And I'll show that to people. I have a tuner on my phone and I'll just lay it out and play the bowl. And then I'll move it to my hand and I'll show how it will change the tone. And then I'll move it to my knee and it will change again. And then I'll hand it to them and it will change for them. And so these are smart bowls. They're intelligent. I know it's a bowl. Geez, I mean, I get
Right,
it.
you get it. We're talking about a bowl,
But when I was introduced to these and I started learning it, and the bowls teach me, they're ancient wisdom. They're made by Tibetan monks, or this bowl was made in Nepal, but they're made by monks, and every hammer stroke is another prayer imbued in the middle. So that's pretty special in and of itself.
Just the love that went into it.
The
Will
love
you
that
play
went
it
into
just so people can
yeah,
hear
I'd be happy to. So we always say hello to the bowl. Hello. So imagine you have 18 more of these around you.
Oh, I would just be laid out with those right now. That's fantastic. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We are not done with Shelly. Shelly also does tarot card reading. She is going to read mine. So if you want a little insight into my life, stick with us. And Shelly will give us the inside track, and then you can learn how you can become a part of Shelly's world as well, right here on the Mountain Morning Show. Welcome back. I am in the middle of a nice spiritual awakening on my Monday morning, and I'm joined by Shelly Morehead from Heart to Heart Healing. We're about to do a tarot card reading, but this is not something that people, oh, I was interested in this, so I decided to learn it. This chose you. I mean, this isn't one of those, oh, I'm into this. So this was not a choice.
It wasn't a choice. I had a near-death experience at 18, so that's kind of where my gifts busted open. And I tried to hide from it for a long time. I mean, really, honestly, 21 years in corporate America is where I tried to hide. And Spirit said in 2010, 2011, it doesn't get to look like that anymore. And I go, that's crazy talk. And what I know is every time I say that's crazy talk, Spirit has the last laugh.
Don't call something crazy.
So I started doing card readings in 2001. Before that, I do what I call freestyle reading, which means I sit across from someone and I just get what I get. And that's always been really powerful. That's really still where I like to go. But sometimes people call forward cards, and so I do absolutely use these. And this is one of my very favorite decks. It's called Gaia Oracle, and it's one of my newest decks.
It's
actually
a beautiful deck. And I'll tell you, I
really
met Shelly for the first time the last time she was on the show. We had never met. She knew nothing about me, and we sat down and did a reading, and it was like talking to a close friend that knew more about me than I probably would have shared. I mean, it was just wild how you were able to read energies and see things, and very cool.
I always say I'm a good listener.
You're a good listener when no one's speaking. You just, yes.
I listen to Spirit, and Spirit likes to tell on people.
He does.
But it brings on immense healing, right? Did you receive healing from it?
Yes.
Absolutely. And the beautiful thing about any kind of a reading, whether it's card reading, whether it's intuitive reading, no matter what it is, there should be no big bomb droppers, really. It's confirmation of what you already know in your heart. But it's also that aha moment of, oh yeah, I got, this is what I get to do.
I have to actually acknowledge this is happening.
Exactly. So, while there should be no big, huge surprises, I'm also a medical intuitive, so I do tell people sometimes about things that are going on with their health. And I did have one of my clients that I sent them to their doctor because I saw some heart stuff, and they ended up in having a heart cath about 3 or 4 days later. So, it does pay to go and see someone like me. Because,
I would say it does. Yes.
Because sometimes it can save a life.
You can see things that other people can't see.
Exactly.
All right, so we won't have any bombs dropping on the show this morning,
no bombs
hopefully.
dropping.
Yes, but we're going to do a little reading for me.
So I just pull cards based on feel, and really the card just heats up underneath my thumb, and I just pull it, that's all. And then when the deck is cleared, I just feel that the deck is cleared. Interesting that we've got a card that was turned over. Well, that's okay, because that was for you. So, okay, interesting that they want 4 cards, so that's a challenge card. And now the deck is cleared.
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and see what these say. That'll be the final card that we pull. It's so interesting when I see the cards that come out for someone, because really everything is like a story. Some people read it as past, present, future. I see these more as a storyline, really,
okay.
Of what's happening. And so when I asked to pull your cards, I just simply ask Spirit to show you what you get to know today. And the first one is the hidden gift. And I love this because it says sadness and ending and a new beginning. So it's as things are going on in your life, and whatever is happening.
We're allowed to right.
It just is what it is. But this is the new beginnings. It's happiness. It's starting to see that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So as things are shifting in your life, how beautiful it is that you have a hidden gift. You have a hidden gift that's being given to you. What I also love is that it's talking about emotions. And it's those emotions that sometimes we hide, we suppress them, that get to come out. They get to come out in a healthy way, but they still get to come out. So how many times do we kind of shut things down?
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Okay, and so it's the hidden gift with the healthy emotions, and then there's a hidden path. And this is talking about that there's a new path that's being opened unto you, right? It's being opened before you. And now you can choose, what is it that I want in my life? Is it that I want the old, the way that it was, same old, year after year, or do you want something new? And you can create that. You're a powerful creator, and I know that you can create the beauty that you want to see in your life, and that is your hidden gift.
I love that.
So let's take a look at this last card here. Remembrance, the remembering of past feelings and emotions. Why do we fall in love with ourselves in the first place? Why do we fall in love with others? And just opening up that door of beauty. And when we remember where we came from, then we can recreate it again.
I love that.
Yeah,
Shelly,
beautiful.
I love having you on the show.
Thank you.
Fantastic. For people that want to become a part of this and have a reading with you, how do they get in touch?
A couple of different ways. I have Heart to Heart Healing SLC is my Facebook page,
Okay.
or Shelly Morehead on Facebook. I have a website. It's being worked on
It's
right now.
being built
It's
as we
being built.
talk.
So it's almost ready. It's getting super close. But I think you can
Just
also reach
contact
me
you directly.
Yep, contact me directly. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you have officially made a believer out of me throughout this
Thank
whole
you
thing, and
so
we can't
much.
wait for you to come back.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
we're
you.
going to
It's
take
fun.
a break here on the show, but if you want a really safe and productive and spiritual place that you want to explore some different topics in your life and maybe take a different approach than you have in the past and open your mind to some new possibilities, I really encourage you all to contact Shelly with Heart to Heart Healing and see a new way of looking at yourself. We're going to take a break here on the Mountain Morning Show and be back with much more live right here on Park City Television.